Hi, Bits of Teachers. Welcome to the Tech 10 for November. I have 3 resources for you tonight, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to provide those resources through one single lens, through the lens of an assignment. So before I had this post, I was a language arts teacher in 7th grade, and I taught The Giver frequently, and I absolutely love this novel. And so I'm using the lens of the Common Core standards to think about an assignment, and still at the planning stages, but what if I had my students write an informative essay about Lois Lowry's life, but they had to read multiple print and digital sources? Now, I would provide the print sources, but I would like them to go look up the digital sources. And rather than have them click on links or type in a URL, I might have them use something called a QR code, and many of you are familiar with those. If you're not, you can download a QR code app reader, and they can actually just scan this using their computer, using their digital device's camera, and it will take them directly to the website where they can read that article. So I'm going to not get too ahead of myself and take a look at this Tech 10. So I'm going to start this assignment not by saying, all right, everybody, we're going to write an essay. I'm going to start maybe with some visual thinking strategies. And so that's going to require me to grab a picture. Now, I know that I've probably mentioned to you before, I'm very fond of the tool in Active Inspire that allows you to very easily and quickly grab a picture. It's that photo tool. But I have found this Chrome extension to be very, very helpful. It's called Awesome Screenshot and Capture, and if you click on this link, it's going to enable you to download that extension directly to your Chrome. Mine is already there, so I'm going to close it out. I just wanted to show what would happen when you click on that. And this little extension is just so very helpful. When you click on it, it just gives you a little menu of what you can do. So let's go look for an image. And I'm truncating this to make it faster tonight, but I found this piece of art that somebody did, and I could just right click and copy or use my Control C to copy, but I think what I want to do is I want to crop it just a little bit. So I'm going to use my Awesome Screenshot Capture tool. I'm going to capture a selected area, and I want the top of this, but I just don't want the bottom. I want it to be more of a landscape picture rather than a square. So there it is. I'm going to click capture, and it's going to take me directly into their editing page. And this will allow me to do a host of things. I could add text within an ellipse or a rectangle. I can add arrows, lines. I can use a paint tool if I want to, but this is artist's work. I'm not going to do anything with that. I could blur out certain things if I had a need to blur something. I could blur, and then I could blur the entire eye if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So I'm going to undo that. And I can certainly add text as well and change the color of that text. Why is the eye blue? Maybe we can have that discussion together. And then I'm going to click done. Now it's going to allow me to copy this picture that I've modified. So I right click on it and choose copy image. You do not want to use this tool down here. It has been disabled, and you can read about that at your leisure. And now I'm going to come back to our assignment, and I'm going to take my paste tool, and again I'm right clicking to show you what's happening. I would normally use my shortcuts, and it's made the picture so big that it's put it right off the page. So I'm going to resize it to put it back up there, and I think I'm going to center that. And now we can have a talk about that together as a class before we look up into these different links. Now you're going to see I have a couple of articles that I've linked already. And I've got Lois Lowry's autobiography. I've got her biography, one that was written about her, not by her. And I also have this really cool author interview from NPR, and that's going to be my third one. And I'm giving students a choice. Again, that's another way to differentiate for students. So this is a fantastic article. I'm going to do something first before I even navigate to my QR code website that I'm giving you today. I'm going to copy this link. So I'm coming back to my Tech 10, and my next resource is called Be Curious. There are many QR code creators and readers, but Be Curious is just very quick and easy, and you do not have to be a member or sign up, though you can. It does also have the option for a bunch of paid QR codes that are very fancy. As you can see over here, I'm going to use the free, not fancy codes. I'm going to click on this generate QR code right now, and it gives me 3 steps, very simple steps. I like simple, especially when time is limited. So you're going to select the type. This is a web URL. That's most of the time what you're going to use, but you can also link other things. So I'm going to paste my link to my NPR interview. And then I already have a purple link and a red link, so I think this one I'm going to do blue. And you can see a preview of what the color will look like. I want it to be more vibrant blue, so I'm going to select it over here a little bit. There we go, that's perfect. And then I'm going to do a small file size because I know Medium will be roughly the size of about 1/4 of my page, and I don't want that. I click on download, and it will end up in my downloads file. And I can just right click on that, copy it, close it up, and I'm going to go back to my assignment and paste my QR code in. Again, that's way too big. I do not want my QR code to be that large because I have, in my vision, I have maybe 1 copy of this on each table or 1 for each pair. So, and they're not, my students aren't keeping this, they're not writing on it. I'm just using it for each of the class periods that I have this. So there are my QR codes, and I'm ready to do my assignment. Now, the third resource on our Tech 10 is the tool that I'm using to create this video. Unfortunately, you can't see the overlay that I can see, which isn't fancy at all as well, just like the Be Curious. It's called Screencast-O-Matic, and it is a free program allowing you to capture video of your screen, and it takes your voice as well. So the way that I would envision using this with an assignment like this autobiography or biography assignment where you're writing an informative essay is that writing is quite difficult. My students may need a little bit of reinforcement with what I said in class, and in addition to that, students are absent. So I may want to create a short little tutorial video as an introduction to this assignment explaining what I talked about in class so that if a student is absent, I can just point them directly to this video, which I can house in my Google Drive in a folder that can be quickly and easily accessed by students. And there you go. Classroom management. When a student says what happened in class, I can direct them straight to the video. Makes it very easy. And once those videos are housed in Google, you can delete them from your computer because they're there forevermore and there's no reason for you to keep them on your hard drive. So this was a very quick tutorial for these 3 productivity tools. I hope they help you, and if you have any questions about them, feel free to give me a call or an email. Thanks so much and have a great night.